In January, China became one of the latest domestic violence victims shot and killed by her abuser. She was just 33 years old. Her funeral packed with people wearing purple ribbons for domestic violence awareness.
Welcome to The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Hey, beautiful people, today, I want to talk about an often overlooked issue within our communities, the gender oppression of Black women by Black men. It's a layered and complex dynamic, deeply rooted in both historical and contemporary contexts.
Foster was a felon who served time related to a gun charge and couldn't legally even own a gun.
First, let's take a moment to understand the history. Black women have long been at the intersection of race and gender oppression. From slavery to the civil rights era, they've been fighting not just for racial equality, but for gender equality within their own communities.
China wrote her ex-boyfriend Louis Foster beat her and threatened her, saying, "I'm going to break your neck, bitch." She says he strangled her until she was unconscious. Olivia was in her mother's arms during some of the attack. "I was bleeding on the baby," China wrote. The judge gave her the protection order.
Yet these struggles are frequently overshadowed. Let's read some of the comments The Awakening receives from some Black men. Blame white woman Margaret Sanger's The Negro Project for our women of today. In America, they abort 37% of their children.
You may have seen or even been helped by this woman. She was a CTA security guard, but when she needed to get guns out of the hands of her abuser, no one helped her. China Mitchell was gunned down in January. CBS 2 is always investigating, and our Marissa Perlman uncovered how so few guns are being taken away at one of the most critical points for victims of domestic violence.
In America, the leading cause for pregnant women is H0 micide. Males are pregnant women who are human beings that actually exist. Males don't care about children or any human life.
Say it was here on January 15th where China saw Foster with a gun. She liked going to this pawn shop to buy and sell jewelry.
China ran around the cabinet, around the place to the bathroom. He caught China in the bathroom and shot her in the chest. And when she fell on the floor, he shot her again in the side of the head.
Historically, Black women have been the backbone of civil rights movements. Think of figures like Fannie Lou Hamer and Rosa Parks. But despite their pivotal roles, their voices were often marginalized even within these movements. In America, 38% of Black pregnancies are aborted. Here are some of the responses. Why do you care so much about Black women who choose not to carry a child? How is it any of your business? If you have children, take care of your children. Better question, why should Black women continue to have children that they don't want and can't feed? Are you even paying any attention to this economy?
So many lives ripped apart by a gun, an ex-boyfriend, and a system that makes it hard to get guns out of the hands of abusers.
When China said, "Mama, I think he gonna catch me, he gonna try to kill me."
And why
This trend continues today. Now let's bring it to the present. Gender oppression within the Black community manifests in various ways. From the normalization of misogynistic language in music and media, to the underrepresentation of Black women in leadership roles. These issues are pervasive. One key area to focus on is the concept of misogynoir, a term coined by scholar Moya Bailey. It refers to the unique discrimination faced by Black women, combining both racism and sexism. This double jeopardy places Black women in an especially vulnerable position. But it's not just about the big picture. It affects everyday lives. Consider the workplace. Black women often face harsher scrutiny and fewer opportunities compared to their male counterparts. Or think about relationships, where traditional gender roles and expectations can perpetuate cycles of control and abuse. So what can we do? First, acknowledge that these issues exist and understand their roots. Education is a powerful tool. Engage in conversations with both men and women in our communities. Challenge misogynistic behaviors and support Black women in leadership roles. Activism isn't just about marching in the streets or posting on social media. It's also about creating safe spaces for dialogue and growth within our communities. Remember, true progress requires us to address all forms of oppression, not just those that affect us personally. Let's uplift and celebrate Black women, not just for their resilience, but for their contributions and leadership. Together, we can create a more just and equitable society for everyone. Thanks for listening. This has been The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video.